This time I would like to read out of my memoir that I wrote about growing up in Iceland and what we did as kids. In preparation for Christmas, we kids had done our traditional ritual. As we usually did, we had placed a pair of our shoes on the windowsill. We started on December the 12th. Very carefully, we made sure that we were extremely good, and I was super careful. Mother had told us many stories about Gorilla and a terrible troll family who liked to chase and grab a hold of naughty kids. Now this is what I told you about and read in the previous book. But this here, these mischievous boys were not known for their good manners as their names indicate. And as I mentioned the names, you'll realize that they were just not exactly very good. And how they had the nerve to leave rocks for naughty children when they themselves were misbehaved, that was beyond me. But at any rate, here comes the first one. These are the few of the known names of the Yule Lads or the Yule Lads and their poem. Stekkastur, the sheep coat clad. The first Yule Lad come to town December the 12th. And the first on him is sheep coat clad, and he came stiff as wood to prey upon the farmer's sheep as far as he could. He wished to milk the ewes, but there was no accident. He couldn't. He had stiff knees, not too convenient. Giljagur comes on December the 13th, or his name is Gulligog, or crevice imp. This lad liked to hide in gullies and wait for opportunity to steal the milk. So here's his poem. The second was Gulligog. He grey his head and mane. He snuck into the cow barn from his craggy ravine. Hiding in the stall, he would steal the milk while the milkman gave the cowherd a meaningful smile. Now Stuber, or Shorty, or Stubby, the shortest one of the brothers, arrived on the 14th. And this is his poem. Stubby was the third called, a stunted little man who watched for every chin to whisk off a pan. And scurrying away with it, he scraped out the bits that stuck to the bottom and brims, his favorite. Now skadislig, it's hard to say, but it's the Icelandic word for spoonlicker. Skadisliger, spoonlicker, came down from the mountain on December the 15th. So the fourth one was spoonlicker. Like spindle, he was thin. He felt it had been clover when the cook wasn't in. Then stepping up, he grappled the stirring spoon with the clay and holding it with both hands, for it was slippery. Now, pottaskevil, pot scraper, or pot liquor, expected on December the 16th. Now, some of these names are a little hard to pronounce, but pottaskevil, pot scraper, or pot liquor. Okay, here is his poem. Pot scraper, the fifth one, was a funny sort of chap. When the kids were given scraping, he'd come to the door and tap. And the kid would run to see if the wren was a guest. Then he hurried to the pot and had a scraping fest. And Bowlicker came to town on December the 17th. Bowlicker, Icelandic name is Áskasleikir. And this is his poem. Bowlicker, the sixth one, was shockingly ill-bred. From underneath the bedstead, he stuck his ugly head. And when the bowls were left to be licked by dog or cat, he snapped it for himself. He was sure good at that. Now on December the 18th comes the seventh one. His name was Dorslammer, or Hurda Skettler. Be hard for you to say Hurda Skettler. Dorslammer is easier. So the seventh one was Dorslammer. a sorry, vulgar chap. When people in the twilight would take a little nap, he was happy as a lark. With the havoc he would wreak, slamming doors and hearing the hinges on them squeak. Skýrgamur, or yogurt gobbler. On the 19th, yogurt gobbler makes his appearance. Yogurt gobbler was the 8th, was an awful stupid bloke. He lambasted the yogurt tub till the lid on it broke. Then he stood there gobbling. His greed was well known, until about to burst he'd bleat and howl and groan. And December the 20th, here comes the 9th one. He was sausage swiper, or Bjugna Krækir. Sausage swiper shows up on December the 20th. And here's his poem. The 9th was sausage swiper, a shifty pilferer. He climbed up on the rafters and raided food from there. Sitting on the crossbeam in soot and in smoke, he fed himself on sausage fit for gentle folk. Gluggagægir is window peeper. This one started peeping on the 21st. And here's his poem. The 10th was window peeper, a weird little twit, who stepped up to the window and stole a peek through it. And whatever was inside, to which his eye was drawn, he most likely attempted to take it later on. And door sniffer. Now he comes around on December the 27th. The Iceland word for him is gafta tever. Gafta tever, door sniffer. 11th was door sniffer, adultest lad and grouse. He never got a cold yet had a huge, sensitive nose. He caught the scent of lace bread, while league away still, and ran toward the weightless as wind over dale and hill. Meat hook arrives on December the 23rd. It all calls out the Thorlax Day. Now the name for him in Icelandic is Ket Kroger, meat hook. Here's his poem. Meat hook, the 12th one, his talent would display. Meat hook, the 12th one, his talent would display as soon as he arrived on St. Thorlax Day. He snagged himself a morsel of meat of any sort, although his hook at times was a tiny bit short. The candlebaker comes on December the 24th, and his Icelandic name is Kertasníkir. And he longed to have his very own candle. He just really loved candles. And here's his poem. The 13th was Candlebaker. 'Twas cold, I believe, if he was not the last of the lot on Christmas Eve. He trailed after the little one, who like happy sprites ran about the farm with their fine tallow light. And that is the end of that. That is a popular poem about the Yule Lads that was written by the late Jóhannes from Kötlum, and this first appeared in the book Jólin Koma, or The Christmas is Coming, way back in 1932. Well, that's about the time when I was a little girl. So there you are, the end of this story, and I'll talk to you later. Bless, bless.